And hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in.
How is everybody tonight on this
So,
very last day of January?
yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy. Months already passed by in the new year.
Mhm. It has. It's gone. BDF is first in. Mandy
Welcome
Adams,
in,
are you
Keith.
missing Splash Mountain? Yeah, we are already. Yeah, that's Splash Mountain is still, a topic of conversation, largely on social media. People are still, talking about Splash Mountain, and yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely, Mandy, missing Splash Mountain, and
Welcome in, Stacy.
hi, Stacy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Dean. Dean the Turkey Legster, of course, just went live on his channel announcing some channel changes and also some changes to his podcast.
Hey, Mike
So
Wheeler.
if you are unable, hey Mike, if you're unable to make it, by all means check out Dean's show from tonight for the updates to his shows and podcasts. Dean does some wonderful podcasts, guys. If y'all haven't listened to his podcast, I really enjoy those. Dean, Dean has such a nice speaking voice for podcast. But yeah, it's good to see you, Tina. And let's see who else is in. Thanks for popping in, Mark. We appreciate it. And Sean, it's always so good to see you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Welcome in, Tron.
Mickey Sidings, thanks for appreciate you popping in.
Francisco, great to see you as well.
And Francisco, Mandy Adams, of course.
Mm-hmm. Tina
I
DCS.
mentioned you already, Mandy.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. Want to go ahead and do the state of Disney history?
Well, means let's go ahead and get to welcome in everybody. Monorail Molly, it is really good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you hopping in.
Thanks for being here, Molly.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to this day in Disney history. Again, it's the last day of January. How are we all doing on our goals for 2023? Remember, we decided not to call them resolutions. We're going to call them goals. So just to check, how's everybody doing? If you made any, put it in the chat. Unless you've really bombed, and then you may not want to put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Last day of January, the 31st. So we're headed into February already, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. This day in Disney history, there were several good ones in, good things that happened in the various years on this day. 1956, we're kind of starting with the sad one, but one that's kind of near and dear to all of our hearts. 1956, A.A. Milne, English author and creator of Winnie the Pooh, passes away at age 74 in Hartfield, Sussex, England, after a long illness. In 1952, Milne had undergone an operation of the brain, which unfortunately left him an invalid. And he, of course, was author of the Winnie the Pooh stories. And Milne's widow later sold the rights to the Winnie the Pooh characters to Stephen Schlesinger, whose widow sold them then to Walt Disney. So that's kind of how Walt came to that piece, of the Disney puzzle, and we're glad that he did, because Pooh is absolutely one of our favorites.
Oh yeah.
Moving quick, fast forward to 1970, actress Minnie Driver, the voice of Jane Porter in Disney's 1999 Tarzan, is born in London, England. Her Disney film credits include Hollywood Pictures' Grosse Point Blank in 1997 and the Miramax film Good Will Hunting in 1997. Now,
a day or two. Speaking of Tarzan, I'd seen like a day or two ago was Phil Collins' birthday, and obviously he just absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Tarzan soundtrack. My goodness,
some of the best, one of the best soundtracks in any of the Disney in any of the Disney animated or movies for that
Yeah.
matter. I think 1998 Tarzan has always kind of been near and dear to my heart. I was pregnant with Adam when Tarzan came out, so I was pregnant with him when I went to see Tarzan at the movie theater, and it really centers on mother's love, a lot on sacrificial mother's love as Tarzan's gorilla mom, takes such good care of him and loves him sacrificially. And it's a fantastic film, I think, Tarzan, and largely underrated in my opinion. But the music, oh yeah, I don't think anybody can argue that the music is just incredible. Yes, beautiful music. 1978, Disney animators Ollie Johnston and Frank Thomas. And of course, Disney nerds like us recognize those names immediately, as two of Walt's 9 old men retired together. They both went on to author several books, give lectures, and consult on many film projects. That was in 1978.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's in my watch list. There is a show on Disney Plus called Frank and Ollie. I've not watched it yet. It's in my watch list, but
I'm going to make a note here. I have watched that. It is excellent, but it has been a while, and I'm going to watch it again since you mentioned it. I am good. Has anybody in the chat, have y'all watched Frank and Ollie? It is fantastic. Jeff and I watched that, and we both really, really enjoyed it. So, right, Tina? Proud Disney nerd. Oh my goodness. 1981, getting a little closer to this century, Justin Timberlake, a member of Disney Channel's The All New Mickey Mouse Club and 1/5 of the singing group NSYNC, is born in Memphis, Tennessee. As an actor, he co-starred in Model Behavior, a 2000 television movie that aired on The Wonderful World of Disney on ABC. So that was kind of cool, I thought. 1981. 1988, quarterback Doug Williams of the Washington Redskins announces, "I'm going to Disneyland," following his team's win over the Denver Broncos at Super Bowl 22 in San Diego, California.
Yeah, it's interesting. Timeline wise, the Super Bowl would have been played, today in 1998.
Exactly.
They've since gone to 18 weeks instead of 17 with the NFL schedule, and the Pro Bowl is no longer after the season; it's right before the Super Bowl,
right.
Which doesn't really make any sense. But I digress.
Never has.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it doesn't at all. But yeah, the Super Bowl would have been played. It was played earlier in the 80s.
I always think it'd be real cool to happen to be at the parks the day after the Super Bowl. It's kind of it's a bit of a roll of the dice. Depending on where the game's actually played. Which park they choose to go to. So, I think it'd be neat to be able to see, a Super Bowl parade at Disney. Would
Katie.
be a really neat experience.
Katie says she watched it. I'm assuming, Katie, that you're talking about
Frank and Ollie.
Frank and Ollie on Disney Plus. It's very, very good. I highly recommend it, William. And welcome in, Katie. And that one obviously is special to Katie, since Jane is her her
profile
account,
picture.
Profile picture. Cool. Yeah. A wonderful character, by the way. Absolutely love it, Katie. Yes, us Bronco fans scourge his name. I'm sure you do.
I saw just the other day, I can't remember what Super Bowl it was, but where the 49ers beat the Broncos 55-10. I said, my goodness. And then I thought of that other Super Bowl, which I ended up watching by myself for some reason. I can't remember, which it was just the worst. The only thing that improved my mood about this other Super Bowl, so not the 55-10 one, because That was, a while back. But the more recent, Super Bowl that the Broncos lost to the Seahawks and just got absolutely hammered. And I was like, man, the Broncos, man, when they haven't won, they've really taken a tough loss.
Yeah.
And so
That's
anyway, the only thing that improved my mood of watching that Super Bowl, because I was pulling hard for the Broncos for Peyton Manning, obviously.
Right.
And so,
sorry, yeah.
I was just the only thing that made that night any better was some sun drop from Tennessee that I had bottled. And so it's just me hanging out by myself. And again, I can't remember why I was by myself, but I was in college, and I just remember, sitting around, and I was like, well, at least I have this sun drop to drink. Because
it was tough.
The game was not going remotely how I wanted it to go.
Yeah, we're huge Peyton Manning fans here.
Yeah.
Especially, being from Tennessee. He's our
welcome in, Amy. Great to see you.
Tennessee boy. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. But yeah. So and I will address Stacy's comment in just a minute. 1992, Professor Barnaby Owl Photographic Art Studio opens at the end of Splash Mountain at Disneyland. Yeah. And the idea of Disney CEO Michael Eisner, it's the first time a Disney park attraction takes photos of guests as they ride.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain riders are photographed as they plunge down Chickapin Hill. Guests can later purchase their on-ride souvenir pictures at Professor Barnaby Owl Photographic Art Studio. And the shop then closed in March of 2020. So yeah, that's kind of a kind of a bittersweet memory there. But yeah, the idea of taking pictures guests as they ride originated with Disney, I think. So, and I may be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. But Disney is such an innovator.
To know the theme park history on that.
Yeah, that they would have to check to see if Disney was the innovator in that, or where that idea came from. But yeah. And then 1993 at Super Bowl 27 in Pasadena, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Troy Aikman declares, "I'm going to Disneyland," after his team's 52-17 win over the Buffalo Bills. So another that's kind of become did they I wonder
who started it?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Doug Williams, of the Washington Redskins. That'd be worth a look. Who was first to say that? I'm going to Disneyland after his, after winning the Super Bowl. It's pretty cool. 1998, Walt Disney World's Cinderella Castle, and Tina McNeil, this is just for you because I know how much you love this. Disney World's Cinderella Castle, which was decorated like a big pink cake for the park's 25th anniversary, is returned to its traditional look.
Phil Sims, 1987.
Okay. So it was the year before.
Just searched it. I feel like we've said that before this day in Disney history on a previous one. One of the last 2 years. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
January 25th, 1987. He was asked, "Now that you've won the Super Bowl, Phil Sims, what are you going to do?" "I'm going to Disney World." He was paid $75,000 to say it.
Oh, okay. So it was a promo. Golly. And man, how Disney is so on top of that kind of thing. Wow. Okay, so Amy liked the cake castle. Here goes the debate, y'all. We did almost a whole show on that Pepto pink cake. Oh my goodness, the birthday cake was Irene's first visit to
wow.
Magic Kingdom when she was younger. That is so That is so
That's neat.
cool.
That's
So
really
the
neat.
first time she ever went, she didn't actually
She
see
saw,
Cinderella Castle, classic Cinderella
yeah.
Castle. That is so funny.
It's
Um,
so funny to me how incredibly divisive the Cake Castle was. I'm for, it's the only, I guess, and I can't say only because I don't know the full history of
right.
castle decor. But the only thing I didn't care for was the Stitch Castle where he ransacked it. There's something
Yeah,
just
I
doesn't feel
didn't.
right about that.
Yeah.
Um, and so anyway, I for one, I was not there in person, but the picture that I've seen of the Cake Castle, um, I just think it's a lot of
That's funny.
fun. I think it's a lot of fun. But anyway, I
Now I
digress.
can
And
understand.
people, it's just funny because people hate it so much. It's so funny.
Oh, and
Oh
the
my,
vitriol, the hate
yeah.
that people spew,
Oh,
Tina. Yeah,
it's so
I think that.
funny.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. We'll have to look back if you want to look back, guys. We talked about this. It was really funny. We did a poll and everything on this. We'll
Yeah.
have to find that episode of Hitchhiker Chat. But the thing that really would have upset me now, as long as I'm not,
You know.
as long as I don't have anything major going on, I thought it was really cute. It was temporary, unless I'm getting married at Walt Disney World. Oh,
Me.
no. I mean, I would have really, yeah, it was okay with it because I'd seen the regular castle. Exactly. Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mikey says Stitch Castle was one day only. Thankfully,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Thankfully. I
nobody
have a
wants to see the
picture.
castle in that condition.
Yeah. If you bring up I had to include a picture
Yeah.
since it was mentioned. I've included a picture, guys, so we can look. So, Tina, cover your eyes for a little bit. We'll tell you when you can look.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness. It can't be cake, right? Right, Dave. Oh my goodness. Um, well, and we had, who was it? The night that we discussed this, there was somebody in our chat who had actually worked in as a CM in guest relations when all of that happened. And he said that brides were calling and canceling their weddings
Yeah.
right and left because they did not want the cake. They
Uh,
wanted Cinderella Castle, and I can
yeah.
understand that. I
I get
yeah,
that. Oh
I can't
my,
remember who it was. We'd have to look back to
that's pretty
see.
funny.
Right, but there it was. Oh, it caused quite an upheaval. That cake castle cost Disney some money in weddings. You think the cake castle looked weird? I thought it was really cute. Okay, not yet, Tina. Oh, that first slide, William,
Yeah,
is
I'm a big
the
fan
castle
of
cake.
the of Goofy here on the thumbnail.
Yes, yes. Okay, something I'd like to point out about that picture of Goofy. Uh, Guys, especially those of you with channels, this picture of Goofy was included as a freebie in our PhotoPass pictures.
Okay.
So and they're very high quality. When you go to download your PhotoPass pictures, don't
Always throw
forget
some in.
to download those extra pictures because I mean Disney is giving you those.
Yeah.
Those are freebies. They're
You paid
extremely high
for it.
quality. You paid for it. You
It's
paid for it.
included in
Go
the
ahead and
price.
download it. And
Um,
I decided to use this one. I thought it was so cool.
yeah,
And
that's a good
it
one.
was,
We'll
yeah.
have to work in the random Animal Kingdom goats at some point.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there's some goats from Animal Kingdom also.
We've
Yeah.
got some really good ones, but yeah, that
Uh-huh.
download all
Welcome
of
in,
the
Jeanette.
pictures, not just yours. A lot of people will download just their pictures and they leave those
Yeah.
pictures that Disney kind of mixes in there. Those are free. Get them. Yeah, Katie,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. And you can, especially if you're a creator, use them as Instagram shots or, on your social media, even if you're not a creator. But Yeah. So the next picture. Okay, cover your eyes, Tina. They give you the use shots. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Here we
There it
go.
is. Behold.
Jeanette, hello. You are
Serious
so
point of contention
fabulous.
within the Disney
So
community.
here we go. Tina, keep your eyes closed. Here is like a far off, kind of a far off shot. Guys, this is what they did to Cinderella Castle. If you're not familiar with this, and a lot of people were not and don't
Look
remember
how
this
different
at
the
all.
hub was also in that
Yes.
on the right side there.
Yes. This is what they did to Cinderella Castle for the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World. And there again, this is one of the most divisive things. This divided people immediately into two camps. I love it. I hate it. I don't think there was anybody in the middle. You either really enjoyed this or you thought this was the worst idea ever. And but I I thought it was really cute.
Can you imagine if they had tried something like this again for the 50th?
Oh wow!
With social media, because it's one thing, like rewind 25 years. There's no social media. Everything's word of mouth. There's no YouTube. It's
right.
Rewind 25 years, and so you're just getting word of mouth complaints.
Right.
But now anybody can tweet
roasted.
within everybody's got a megaphone at the end of their arm, and
That's
so
right. That's
anyway, oh my word, yeah, they would. People would lose their minds if they would have attempted something like this for the 50th.
Keith, thanks so much for popping in, Keith. We appreciate it. Good night.
Have a good one, Keith. Thank you.
Good night. Okay, so Dave is obviously not a fan. He's going blind.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to say now that the term gaudy does come to mind. But I mean, what is Walt Disney World if not fantasy? I mean, this is
that's great.
That is so funny.
Yeah, Jeanette said I do like that they used it in some of the 50th merch. Yeah, there was a pin and like there's a shirt or two that also included this.
Oh, I would love to have had it. I absolutely. Yeah, good night, Keith.
It's a lot of fun.
The backlash solidified Magic Kingdom and to a lesser extent Walt Disney World never getting anything special from Imagineers. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I have my Ahsoka Tano ears on. I'm sure you guys noticed, my obsession, and I could not, let this go by without pointing out, if you guys are on social, or on Instagram or social media and you follow Ashley Eckstein, you know that January 29th was Ahsoka Tano Day. It was the 15th anniversary, the 29th, 2008, of Ahsoka Tano's first appearance in the Clone Wars. So Ashley Eckstein, who voices Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars, and also in what's the other one, William? Clone Wars, and what's the other animated?
Rebels. Star Wars Rebels.
Went blank. Rebels. Yep. My mind went completely blank. In Rebels, Ashley Eckstein put out an all call on Instagram for people to come and join her in Hollywood studios to meet her at the Millennium Falcon in Black Spire Outpost and bring their lightsabers. It was so cool. Had I, lived in Florida and been able to do that, I would have booked it down there. But check her Instagram because she put out later on. She posted, a quick video of the meetup and, of everybody. And also then she posted a video thanking everybody for coming. So you can check that out on her Instagram. Go to that next slide, William. And here's a photo of
Nate
of that meetup. And yeah,
I don't know that there's any member of the Star Wars at all that enjoys interacting with the fans as much as she does.
That's what I was thinking today.
I
Man,
don't think there is, quite
she
frankly.
loves it.
Yeah.
She loves it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to catch up in the. Yes, Ashley was in Hollywood Studios. Yes, it was it was day before yesterday. Okay? Is that a question or a statement?
I think it's probably a statement. Yeah.
I think it's probably a statement. Was at
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios yesterday as well. She lives in in the Orlando area,
Yeah.
and she's in the parks quite a lot. It is so on my bucket list, guys, to meet Ashley Eckstein. I'm
Yeah.
afraid I would just completely fangirl out and just tell her that she's my biggest fan. I I would love to meet. I would love to
Yeah.
meet her. She seems like a really sweet person, and
Yeah. It's cool. I
just
mean, she does. Yeah, she's embraced her role 100%. Oh, completely. There's a little golden book authored by her called "I'm a Padawan," and so there's she's dropped by Doc Ondar. She's dropped by the Star Wars trading post out at Disney Springs to sign some of the lightsaber hilt boxes of her own accord, as far as I know. Just because she felt like it. And so anyway, I don't know that anybody in Star Wars, any member of the Star Wars community truly embraces the fans like she does. And so it's really cool. I'm a big fan, of people being like that versus those that I guess kind of look to distance themselves some from the role. I know I'm pretty sure, and I think this is on record, but I'm fairly certain that Harrison Ford had lobbied to see Han Solo killed off before he actually was on screen. Spoiler alert. And so, oh, we lost Mom. Let's see here. She'll be back. But anyway, yeah, big fan of Ashley Eckstein. And really, it's a testament to Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I keep seeing numbers change here. I'll put Mom back in the string here in a second. There she is. Let's add her back in.
yeah.
What do y'all say? Let's add her back in. But anyway, yeah, she it's just a lot of fun to see actors embrace the fan base versus kind of sticking their nose up at it, or I mean, because there are people that eat and sleep and breathe Star Wars. And so, it's a lot of fun to see somebody, or really appreciate the I mean, obviously, every fan base has some fanatics, and they have people that can't be pleased, but it's great to see.
And Disney fans do love to complain,
Yeah.
y'all.
Oh yeah. And so anyway,
we can be whiners.
she's great. Could not be more appreciative of her, and
Definitely.
yeah, she's great. So, let's see. Anything else you wanted to mention on that point, Mom?
No. Let's go on. We're just gonna let's see. Yeah. So Ahsoka Tano Day, we'll totally, that's on my list from now on, and maybe I can make it to the parks. Wouldn't that be neat one day for Ahsoka Tano Day? Okay, so next slide. Let's see. Let me see here. Watch and look at. Oh, look at that! How did that get in there? I don't know how. Go to the next slide. I don't know how that got in there. I don't know. Okay, so maybe a little separation anxiety.
Time to be moving along.
Purely. Don't know, y'all. The next slide, of course, is the Disney PhotoPass photographers. And guys, We all love our Disney PhotoPass
Mhm.
photographers. They do
We do.
such a fantastic job, in the parks. They got new costumes. Look
Yeah.
at these. Now I like these.
They're
Um,
they're apparently eco-friendly. Is part of the draw for these.
okay. What
Um,
a Nancy Reagan.
Now Mark raises a great point, one that I had not thought of because I usually think of them being on the other side of the camera. Um, but he's right; those shots down Main Street where you have multiple PhotoPass photographers lined up. If you get one of those in there, it's going to look like um,
That's
like
true. I
like
had
like there's a Mountain Dew can in your picture.
that's well, now that's true, Mark. Their others were like cream
Yeah,
colored and like a
much more muted,
khaki, and they were
kind
more
of muted,
muted,
earthy color.
muted tones. That's true, Mark.
Uh-huh.
That is an excellent point that I had not even, that I had not
Well, as long
even
as you
thought
don't
of.
get him
Now.
in the background of your pic, and yeah, his first thought. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. But yeah,
yeah.
that's see the other point. The counterpoint Dean makes is they'll be easy to spot when you need a photographer. So, that's I'm here's the thing. I'm in favor of more fun. I think that these shirts are fun. I think it's going to be easier to find them. Um, bless their hearts. Some of them may not want to be found as much, but they're
That's
these,
right.
these shirts are going to make it real easy.
This is true.
Send up the green light. But anyway, I've got no problems with Mountain Dew. Big fan of Mountain Dew. It's been I'm getting I'm probably 4 months away from since I've had an actual can of soda. I still drink sweet tea, with Powerade and things like that. But it's been like 8 months into not having had soda. So, but I digress. So Mountain Dew was
I like
one of
these.
those that was in my rotation there. Huff
Yeah,
grass green. I like that, Katie.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
that a lot. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm
I
in
like
favor of
them.
more
We'll
fun.
see. We'll
I mean,
see.
people might not like people might think they're a little gaudy or over the top or whatever, but I think they're fun. It's going to be really easy to find PhotoPass photographers now. But anyway, I think they're fun. Any thoughts on the lime green shirts, Mom?
Well, I like them, but now
Yeah.
I like this shade of I like green in general. I
Uh-huh.
really I'm a I like primary colors, and so
Yeah.
I really like this color. I think it's really neat. I think it's going to be interesting, though. I would not have thought of that point.
Yeah.
Mark. Uh, yeah, and
So
there's not a thing wrong with Mountain Dew,
that's pretty
Dave.
fun. That's a good point there, Stacy. Stacy says those shirts almost have a green screen look to them. Why not get all the photographers to wear all green so they could be completely taken out of photos? Maybe you're onto
Well,
something there.
that's also a good point.
Maybe you're onto something
That's
there.
yeah, that's also a good point. Of course, they're wearing blue
Hey,
pants, so they
Irene,
might look kind of
welcome in.
strange.
Great to see
Oh my
Irene.
goodness. Yes, I love this new look for PhotoPass photographers. Love that they are made from recycled products.
Yeah.
So here I do have one question. What kind of recycled products? What are we talking here? like,
It
like,
is intriguing. The
are they made from
NHL.
Coke cans?
Well,
What?
I think they actually. I mean, you joke, but I think they really are made from. It essentially boiled down to like plastic. The NHL in recent years has gone to I think it's like a what is it end waste or something like that, some sort of green initiative. They started it with the All-Star game a year or two ago, where it was out. Oh, I think it was San Jose hosted that year maybe, and I think it's in plastic waste maybe, but the jerseys that year were made from that type of fabric,
Right,
and so anyway.
right.
So I'm sure that these are probably, similar material, similar method. Um, and they have
Tina's
faces,
still thinking
floating
about the
faces.
green screen.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So it's like a ghost
Yeah,
host kind of thing, Tina. We got,
yeah.
yeah.
Jeanette says, I just bought jeans that were made from recycled plastic bottles. They are super comfy. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
And here's
like
another
this.
thing. And this is something, there are so many things you never think about as just a general park goer. Think about all the glasses from, like wine bottles and other glass containers that they serve drinks in. And on the Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom, they have a refinement process where basically all that glass goes into this giant machine and gets pumped out as basically sand. And they use that sand on some of the trails for that the horses like walk and train on.
Oh wow!
Because it's softer than the regular dirt, and so it's really crazy. Some of the stuff that they do that you never think about. And ways that they're able to be self-sufficient, self-sustained. Same thing with a lot of like food waste and things like that. Isn't that turned back into fuel essentially for the buses?
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I have my former boss had was able to, and I don't remember all the details, but my former boss was able to convert used cooking oil into fuel. I can't think of the name of it. some of you guys will know what the name of it is. Okay. The school where I work has done a recycled fashion class. They learn all about
Upcycled,
how to
unicycled.
repurpose clothes. How much waste is generated from clothing? Did a unicycle fashion show, and it was I can
upcycled fashion show. Although I do love the autocorrect. Unicycle fashion show. Ooh, that's funny. That is really cool, Irene.
Okay, here's the correction.
There you go.
Upcycled, not unicycle. But unicycle is so much funnier. Unicycle fashion. Okay,
that's
the
funny.
visual on that is just. Oh my goodness, I appreciate it. Yeah, so upcycled, not unicycle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Will's hitchhiker highlight of the night is the season 2 of Disney's The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus. Big fan. I love the first season. The second season's great too. And so anyway, little side pitch there for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, big fan of I'm cool with the lime green uniform change for the PhotoPass photographers.
Stacy. I would go to a unicycle fashion show. I would too, Stacy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Irene wins the chat tonight for the autocorrect. Irene, you win the chat tonight. I would go to a unicycle fashion show, right? Okay, deep breath and yeah, right. You've right.
Try to recover from that.
Exactly. I think you could, we need to patent this idea and sell it. I just, if Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus was still in business, I think we could, do a merge thing with, maybe Armani or somebody and get something going. But okay, gotta be moving along. So for the 100th, unless you've been under a rock, guys, you know that the Walt Disney Company is celebrating its 100th year. This year it was begun in 1923 by, of course, Walt and Roy. They're celebrating their 100th, and they have released all of this fantastic 100th merch. My goodness, Disney does like to get into our pockets with the merch. This 100th ear headband is part of that collection, and it's $34.99. I just wanted to throw up a couple of pieces here. This has let's see if I got a description.
Note the small tag and not the CVS tag that's been hanging off some of the ears lately.
Right, that's true. That's a good point. And it has the clacker thing, Heath, there at the top for the movie. For movies, it's on a little spring kind of thing. I don't know how many of these they will sell, but it's really cute. It has a real retro, a lot of the merch has a retro look to it, which I totally love. There a lot of black and white, and oh my gosh, I love that. I think they're going to sell a ton of this. I really do. Stacy, that would be hysterical, especially with a bunch of them that don't know how to ride, rolling off the catwalk.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Mike, you got me started again.
Speaking of Mike getting you started again, here's another more subliminal Splash Mountain messaging made its way into the slideshow. You got Mom and Mikey
my goodness, look at that. It's
really funny faces.
I don't know how these keep coming up, guys.
And Russ is in the row behind them.
Yeah, I don't know. Where did that come from? That just popped in there. Okay, well, time to be moving along. Unfortunately. Okay, so what is next? Okay,
what's this?
This is another piece from the collection. This is the Walt Disney Studios water tower. It's still in Burbank, in the movie lot, and now it can illuminate your wonderful world. This is a USB powered globe lamp, and it's a reproduction of the legendary landmark featuring Mickey Mouse. It is $99.99, which for a nice desk lamp, guys, I think that was too bad a price. I really like that. I would buy this. This is something that the top of
really
it
cool.
lights up. It has a glass globe, and I think the rest of it is resin. The base of it is resin. You did break me. You get big points, Irene. It's the visual that I keep getting on the unicycle fashion show.
Oh, here's another layer. Jeanette says, I thought we were putting dresses on the unicycles. Oh, God. Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, so I have questions about that. Yeah, I have questions. A unicycle fashion show would be okay. So Stacy is asking. We have questions. Irene, perhaps you can. Oh, Texas takes it.
Shenanigans.
Okay, so the big question is, would a unicycle fashion show be a fashion show where the models ride unicycles, or does the fashion itself have built-in unicycles? Okay, now that's a valid point. We'd have to iron that out before we can market this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I thought we were putting dresses on the unicycles. Well, again, we'll have to put our heads together and iron that out. Yeah, I like the lamp too. I do, yeah. Definitely took me to my laughing place there. Ed, it's good to see you. I like the lamp. Just don't want to be just don't want to be in the front row of that fashion show. You want to be
sure a human crash pad.
Right.
Oh my word. Oh, exactly. My words exactly. They took that right out of my mouth.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get with Russ and see if he might come up with some sketches. Some sketch work, maybe some some art, on the unicycle fashion show. I think
Yeah.
we really need to do that.
Oh,
Audience members wear helmets. You're issued a helmet when you walk in,
oh my
right, Mike?
goodness.
And yeah, unlike most places where you want to be on the front row, you want to
Yeah.
be on the fourth row and maybe further
Ooh, moving right along. Uh,
back.
Amy likes the lamp too. It's a cool lamp. And then you got some sort of. So, what is the deal with this phone case on the right? Because to me, it just looks like a blank phone case. um, I don't know. Maybe it's just not in
It's
the right light or what.
okay. Now I can't. I don't think I put a slide with. That is a phone holder kind of thingy.
Oh, okay.
It's,
So is this Mickey statue holding the phone up?
it holds. It just holds
Okay.
the phone.
Okay.
Yes, it's a place to
So
put.
it's like a it's like the like an updated version of the old Mickey Mouse holding the phone rotary dial
I
phone.
suppose so.
There you go.
I suppose so. We can even have unicycle fashion week. I'm with you. See, I think with a little development and some imagineering here, we could really have something here. I think Irene has hit upon something.
There you go.
Okay, now this is cool, guys. This
I
is
really like this. This looks
I
really
do too.
neat.
I do too.
I don't know what I'd use
Um,
it for, but
it's
I like
so
it a
cool
lot.
though. As much as William, this is the perfect thing for you. You
Yeah,
use a whiteboard as to write down
I do.
tasks and things. William is a list maker. He has been since high school.
Yeah.
And this would be so perfect. Of course, the thing that I love about this um, is that this is like the animators boards that they use to draw on,
Yeah.
and those rotate so that they just as they're drawing, they just rotate the picture rather
Mhm.
than having to try to change the position of their arms. This one lights up, guys. I would buy this. I really
It looks
like
really neat.
this.
And so
um
I guess would you clamp a piece of paper down on it, or would you write on the actual board itself and just like dry
well
erase mark it?
let me read the description. This
Okay.
light up, it lights up, which is light up
Hmm.
memo board, is modeled after the traditional animator's drawing desk as found at the Walt Disney Studios, which featured a backlit disc with registration pegs for drawing paper used in hand-drawn animations so artists could see their continuity of poses. It's $79.99, so
Okay.
basically $80.
Yeah.
So I don't know, William. I don't know if you
Yeah.
write directly on this um, board. Let's see. Hang on.
Mark
It
thinks it
says
may be
yeah,
dry erase.
right, like a dry
Yeah.
erase. Something. You just need this. I'm sorry.
I do think it's really cool.
You need that, William. It's so cool. Um, yeah, better make sure the floor is smooth. Yep, yep. We're still working out the details of our unicycle fashion show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
This was neat.
You need that. It's $80, and think how cool this would be though. Lighting up, it would just be a conversation piece. I
Hmm.
think. To
Yeah,
write,
that's cool.
Family notes oh well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we go. Splash Mountain or subliminal splash
I don't know.
propaganda.
There it is again, guys.
So
What is
okay,
up with this?
real quick, I want to know. I wish I could zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in on this. No, I can't. Okay, sorry for everybody. I just clicked through every slide. Look at the top of the tree, and I want to know how many people in the chat. Because somebody just pointed this out the other day, and I feel like I've seen it before, but it's been so long. What does this look like here? I know it's harder for you to see. Some of y'all are probably watching on phones, but tell me what this looks like. Follow the course of the cursor here. What do the rocks and this tree stump look like to you? As I kind of circle my way around it. Which again, yeah, bingo. Yeah, here we go. Tina, I saw something about that today. It's Brer Rabbit. It's a side profile of Brer Rabbit.
Is that the coolest thing?
Yeah,
I
and
did.
I feel like I knew that at one point, but it's one of those things that you don't think about it for a while, and so then it feels like it's new to you again. But yeah, it's 100%. It's Brer Rabbit, like
It's
a
Brer
side
Rabbit.
profile, which is
Yeah, it
even
really
cooler
is.
because you have that side profile Mickey as you come down on the side here. The side of Mickey's face. So that is really cool. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to mention that, seeing as Mom slid this in here. So it gave me a perfect segue for wanting to bring that up since I saw somebody post that in some group that I'm in recently. I was like, wow, that's really neat. See, Stacy, I personally don't see a rabbit. It takes a little bit, and obviously this is not a close-up shot of it, but it's 100% there. If you look at a better picture of it, that just kind of highlights the tree stump there and also the rocks underneath it complete it. But yeah, it's his head as a side profile right up here. So anyway,
It
yeah,
is.
give it a Google. But anyway, um, let's see here. What is this? What is this tiny typewriter, Mom? Do what? Or are you laughing about?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this on. Moving on. Moving on. uh. Okay. See, Jillian doesn't see it. Jillian, you have to kind of be standing right at the
Yeah.
right angle to see it.
I mean, I saw somebody posted a picture of it straight up, and it even took me a second to see it then.
It was Rob Fuzz.
Yeah.
And I don't know, somebody else may have posted it, but Rob
Mm-hmm.
Fuzz posted it today too. This is really cool. This is a like a little poly resin vintage typewriter shaped sticky that this holds a sticky notes. It
Oh,
holds
okay,
sticky
cool.
notes. Features the 1930s Walt Disney Studios logo. Now it's kind of pricey for a sticky note holder. It's $29.99. So it's a little pricey for,
Yeah, so
but it's cute.
it
It
is.
really is cute. Has the old logo, and it would be really cute sitting on your desk. So if
Uh-huh.
that's something that really appeals to you. Oh, hey, Garrett.
Good to see you. Yeah, check out Modern Moments, our partner channel. They just spent this past weekend. They're hanging out at Disneyland for the start of the 100th celebration. They got to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. The live streaming was not friendly for that on their first attempt. But anyway, they had a great time. They rode Splash
Yes.
Mountain like 3 times the first morning.
Oh, yeah.
After having to
Fantastic.
get evacuated off of Space Mountain. So anyway, check them out. Lots of great live streams from the Monarchs recently.
Yeah, so cool, guys. Check out just I really
Mhm.
enjoyed your live streams. I've been really busy this past week, so I've been ghosting on a lot of them. But yeah, fantastic. Monarch Moments is of course our partner channel.
Mhm.
They live stream from Disneyland. They are on the West Coast and just spent several days celebrating the 100th at that park, and
Uh-huh.
lots of great live streams. So, by all means. And here is one of my, here is, let's see, just a couple of, just catch up in chat here. Stacy said it's always reminded me of the brooms from Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah,
Hadn't thought
Jillian
of that,
says he
Stacy.
sees a thumbs up mountain from the holes where the onions are. So there's another more obscure Disney movie reference there.
Mhm, mhm.
Check out this Mickey Mouse sound cartoon spirit jersey.
Yes, this is
Next to it.
another throwback, guys. Oh my goodness, my spirit jersey thing. I love spirit jerseys. This black and white, would this be awesome to wear to Black and White Day at Disneyland? Oh my goodness, talk about perfect to wear for Black and White Day. Absolutely love this. The next slide is the front. is kind of what it
I like
has.
it.
It has
Yep. There on the left chest.
black and white Mickey on the front, of the chest. But yeah, I absolutely love that. It
Yeah.
is, and this one, the Spirit jersey, is $79.99.
Okay.
So,
That's
yeah,
neat.
it's Mickey celebrates his early days at Disney's Hyperion Studios with the Spirit jersey pullover featuring an all-over vintage style print. It has like it's a vintage thing. It's an all-over print,
Yeah.
and then a puffy Mickey on the chest and Mickey Mouse sound cartoons billboard on the back shoulder. So it's a really cool.
Yeah.
It's all black and white, which I totally love. And then of
That's
course
neat.
the front has a full body Mickey on it. And
we have yet another Splash Mountain picture squid in there.
I'm sorry about that guy. I don't know how those got in there. We keep kind of, yeah. Let's see if we can see. Okay, not from that angle. You can't see. Can't see it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Jillian says, I remember when Spirit jerseys were $45-$55. Makes it hard to want to buy them. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
I
mean, when you start to think about it, which I don't know if Mom has this included in the show notes or not, but there was a recent price decrease on a couple of items at Disneyland.
There was.
I don't know if you have that in the. I don't know if you have that in the notes or not.
I did not
Okay.
put it in there. But yeah,
I'll go ahead.
believe it or not, folks.
Since we're talking turkey, a little bit of money here. So Disneyland actually, which I don't have the numbers in front of me, but Disneyland, to build a droid and to build a lightsaber, just reduced the price. And so that we talked about it recently, and I said back whenever they did it, of course they haven't adjusted the prices to my knowledge for.
Emily.
Hey, welcome in, LSU Mom. Emily, thanks for being here. They have not adjusted the prices at Disney World yet. But I said whenever they raised the prices for both the to build a droid and to build a lightsaber hilt there at Disney World and Disneyland, whenever they announced those price increases, I said, hey, it's it's a mental thing. Like, to build the droids. There we go. Thank you, Mikey, bailing me out on the details here. Mikey says Droid is back down at Disneyland to $99. And the lightsaber is back down at $219. Thanks. I thought that was right, Mikey, but I always prefer to give good information versus shooting off the cuff. But
that's good. That's fantastic, guys.
Yeah, so I think that I want to say the droids had gone up to like 119 maybe, and then I can't remember what the lightsabers had gone up to, but it's great to see the price come back down on something for once. And
hopefully that'll trickle over to the East Coast.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
And so I just, whenever you think about it, and I mentioned this before, I know that tax isn't included on the 99, but looking at that price point, it's a mental thing. It's like, well, it just is.
It is. And that's why, and Jillian points out that when they raise those prices, a lot of people canceled their reservations to go and build, a droid or a lightsaber, because that's why, folks, it's a merchandising trick. It's an advertising trick, because sometimes you'll pay $119.99 for something, but you won't pay $120. It's a mental thing. So when you make that next, what Disney notoriously does, and especially the last, during the JPEG regime, they were pushing the boundaries to see how much, they up the price and then up the price and then up the price, especially on ears and Spirit jerseys have been two things that they really. I was shocked. I was really shocked the first time I saw, and I think it was when they released the rose gold sequin ears. Remember how popular those ears were, guys? Rose gold sequin ears. And I think
those were the hot item there for a while.
Yeah, they had upped the price. Oh, Kadani Sean, welcome in. they had upped the price on those to like
Jumbo.
$24.99. And I just balked. I did not buy them.
Yeah.
In the parks. I did not buy them because I thought, nope, you priced me out. It's like with the, they priced us out on the Wishables, William.
Yeah.
They get
and that was the thing
and,
is like, what are the new ones called? So I don't even think you can find Wishables anymore. Emily says, I have those ears. I love them. Yeah.
I do too.
So, so what are they? What are they? I want to say Munchables, but I don't think that's right.
It is Munchables.
Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
That is right. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Wishables are non-existent now. Wishables are have come and gone, and they've since moved on. And these new things are they're at an even higher price point. They're shaped. They're Munchlings. There we go.
Munchlings. Thank you, Stacey.
Lunchables, Munchables. Well, who knows? Munchlings. Thank you, Stacey.
Our autocorrect is really nuts tonight, guys.
Yeah. So anyway, the Munchlings. They look really cute.
And I agreed with you. Was the bad thing.
I've got to.
Munchables.
I have to draw my line in the sand. I thought I did this with the Wishables. I thought I did this with the new emos, but I'll be darned if they get me again. Fool me once. Anyway, this household will be a munchling free zone. I'm not falling for it again.
No, I'm not. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap.
It's trying to, and I'll have to say the Munchlings. Yes, they are.
They look really cute.
Bigger, and their little bottoms are scented.
Yeah,
the Munchlings, but they're like this big.
Yeah,
I mean they're like a big plush, and they don't appeal to me as much.
Yeah,
I guess, guys. But they really tried hard to start. Okay, Stacey says she bought some Munchables from Target.
Yeah. Oh, Munchable. Maybe that's their next merchandise trend. Is some sort of snack in the parks, Munchables. You could buy actual food forms of the Munchlings, right. And they're Munchables. So there you go. Anyway, maybe they need to sign us up for ideas.
Right. Right.
But anyway. So Stacey was able to buy some Munchlings from Target. I got to draw my line in the sand. I've got to show some level of resolve because they got me on the Wishables. They got me on the Nemos after I said I wouldn't.
They got you on the pins, William. On the pins.
Oh, the pins.
Disney pins. They got you on the pins.
Well, that was y'all's fault. That was y'all's fault. There's so many cool pins, and it's really Adam's fault. Mom got some pins. Mom would usually get magnets, and my thing was smush pennies. And Mom would get magnets. I'd get smush pennies, and then Adam had to get that. He got the Pirates of the Caribbean starter lanyard, and then ended up getting us all roped into the pin game. So
I did.
Anyway, and I tried to keep it small. I tried to, just dip my toe into the pin pool, and you just can't do it. I just put, what I would do was I would take and put the pins in the holes on my hat. You've got these holes, little air holes on your hat, and I would take and put a pin in each of the holes. And so, because I was not going to, I wasn't going to sell out. I wasn't going full-fledged pin collector or anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was what I started. And then finally it's just like, oh well. I guess there's no sense of trying to hide it now. I'm just going to go ahead and admit that, I'm jumping into the pin pool.
Right. It's the sets, it's the sets that they get you with the sets. a couple of them, and then you get, then you're down to I just need 2 and I just need 1.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep buying them. It's okay. Dean, thanks so much. We appreciate you so
Thanks,
much.
Dean. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Small.
So no munchlings. No munchlings.
No munchlings here yet, guys. No, and no munchlings here. I'm with you on it, William. This let's form a wall of solidarity. No munchlings, no munchables. Andy, hey, welcome.
Hey, welcome in.
Yeah, Stacy, you
profile
are
picture,
drowning in the Funko Pops pool. Come on now, Stacy. Be real.
I must say, of the
we try to keep it real on this show.
Of the 100th anniversary Funkos, I'm a big fan of anyone that features Walt. I will say that.
Yes. Now I should have put those in, and I didn't. Y'all forgive me.
Maybe throw them in next week.
Slideshow on those next week because they are absolutely the cutest things ever. I did pre-order. There's one that has Walt on the train engine. It's a pop.
Oh, yeah.
A pop. I pre-ordered it.
That one's supposed to be a set with, and they're going to have I think 3 or 4 more that connect to it.
That figures.
That is a neat one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Disney. Just go ahead and take my money. Yeah. So Stacy, if you were to showcase your Funko Pops, it would, it would take you. Yeah.
Welcome in, Nick. Great to see you. Moving in, Nick.
Oh, what was the mistake, Stacy? What mistake did they make?
Speaking of mistakes, how in the world did some of those posters for the 100th anniversary celebration with the wrong dates on them? How did that happen? Just I mean, how many hands did that have to pass through, and get put up before somebody was like,
they put it up.
Cinderella did not come out in 1939; it came out in 1937.
Oh my goodness! They put up, guys,
Snow White. My bad, Snow White. Yeah.
Yeah. To back up just a little bit. Okay, Mikey, we're not gonna let's not get personal here. That they okay, so at Disneyland for the 100th anniversary,
the lamppost signs,
banner things,
banners on the lamppost,
on the lamppost. It's like and guys, they printed a whole bunch of them and they put them up, and they had at the bottom of the sign was supposed to be
little oval with the year of release.
The year, which would be 1923. Hello. It was the year was wrong. It was 1928. It was, and then there were some specific signs that were supposed to showcase the they had a quote wrong too, Sean.
On the Mickey statue at the front of the park.
Some specific signs that were supposed to showcase the dates of attractions that were wrong. It was just bad, y'all. You had one job, right? Oh, hey, Debbie.
Welcome in, Debbie.
Welcome. It's so good to see you. Okay, so the quote. So what quote was wrong?
It's on the Mickey statue. Yeah, Mikey says there's only 3 that were messed up.
Okay, I thought I saw more than 3 just on social media. But I mean, that's kind of important. Oh my goodness. It's like, William said, how many pairs of eyes did they have to pass through?
Yeah. I mean, even all the way to the, whoever was the one that actually hung it up, be like, I don't know about that. Anyway, who knows? It happens. But anyway, it's they are getting them corrected. So there's that. I do wonder if they're going to end up correcting the quote on that Mickey statue towards the front of the park at Disneyland.
Brian, have you been to the park since since the 100th anniversary celebration started.
Hey,
Oh,
there
Angela,
we go.
welcome in.
Angela, welcome
Well,
in.
welcome in. It's so good to see you. Okay, it was all started by a mouse, not it was all started with a
With
mouse.
a
Was
mouse.
that it? Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, possibly Walt's most famous quote. My goodness. Yeah. And it didn't take Garrett, it didn't take people long to catch those, of course, because Disney, again, Disney fanatics like us would catch that immediately.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
But
So Cargo,
Angela,
welcome in.
good to see. Oh, So Cargo. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Okay. 3 types but several prices. Now, Garrett, did you guys see any of the signs? I mean, surely they've taken them down, right? By the time y'all got there,
Yeah.
the signs that were um, yeah, that's something that Disney would pull and correct. And so many, I really feel like Bob Iger is going to really jump on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
This haphazard, kind of thing. I really think that
I hope
he's going
so.
to jump on this and get us back in ship shape.
Yeah.
Here I really do. Yeah, because I know Bob Iger cares about it.
The
Yeah, I saw. Oh, you saw. Okay,
uh,
so Garrett said he saw the 1928 sign. Did you take a picture for social media, Garrett, and punk them out? That would be. I mean, gosh, a picture of that would be like a collector's item. Oh my goodness.
the Mickey sighting says they have the quote right at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Toontown. Yeah,
Okay.
you can see the quote as part of the queue. It's on a sign in the queue.
Right.
Yeah, agreed, Ann. So let's see this piece of news here as we kind of move forward here. The cast members have already been sighted wearing their Tron outfits in preparation for the previews for the Tron Light Cycle Run ride.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about this? It's kind of far away, but this cast member is wearing the costume for Tron Light Cycle Run. What do you think about that, William?
I mean, I think they're neat. Kind of futuristic-y looking.
Well, it looks kind of like the Tron outfits.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the colors. I liked it.
Mhm.
Dean said he wasn't really a fan
Yeah.
of this, but I think it's pretty appropriate.
I think it's fine. Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. Let me.
Magic keys.
Yeah, now the magic key, they announced, made this big announcement about selling magic keys again, guys, just a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. And they have now stopped again. They stopped sales of their Believe key passes again. Since the debut of the magic key system, various tiers have sold out and had sales halted more than once. So sales for Inspire, Believe, and Imagine Magic Key passes reopened earlier in January. The Imagine key sold out, but the Believe key, now the Believe key is the one that they stopped sales on. The Believe key is $1,099 or $76.67 per month if you pay it out. And it includes 6 park pass reservations. In other words, you can hold 6 park pass reservations at a time, which is good. But it's only 50% off standard parking. It's not free parking, which is gonna, because Disneyland is up to how much is to park at Disneyland, Garrett? Now I'm not sure. So it's 50% off a standard parking with this particular key. 10% off merch, 10% off food and beverages, unlimited PhotoPass digital downloads coming soon, and 20% off Genie Plus when purchased same day after you get into the park. Now, Disneyland Resort, of course, introduced Magic Keys as a replacement for annual passes. and the sales began in August of 2021. So that they have stopped sales on this one again. So it's like they start and stop and, start and stop on that. But how much is it to park? How much is it to park?
Let's see.
Oh, Brian, it's not $50 to park at Disneyland, is it? Surely it's not that.
Goodness. We have yet another Splash Mountain ride photo of Mom and Dad. And
yes.
Once again, shout out to the girls in the front wearing the Taco Bell packet shirts.
This is absolutely my last splashdown. The next to the top row is Jeff and me. Jeff is on the right and I'm on the left. But that is absolutely my last splashdown.
Is that the last picture in the slideshow also?
Pardon?
Is that the last picture in the slideshow also?
Yes. Right. I believe it is. Now I did have a couple of other things that I did want to mention. Guys, Happily Ever After, of course, will be back on April the 4th. The last day for Enchantment, the Enchantment fireworks show is April the 3rd. Happily Ever After will start again on April the 4th, and Disney announced this week that the show will begin at 9 p.m. nightly. So if you're going to be there, I know several of our YouTubers have already made obviously park reservations for that night, and so so kind of and that's probably 9 p.m. Walt Disney World time. So
Cargo says, I've never been to Disneyland, but I'm going to Walt Disney World on Sunday. Hope you have a great trip.
Oh my goodness. So much fun. That's great. Yes, I am mourning the loss of I am still the separation anxiety is getting to me. Okay, $50. That's with a vial of Splash Mountain water mixed with Pirates water.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
Have a good night, Angela. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
So let's see. Monarch Moment says it was $35 last time I checked. Mikey says standard parking at Disneyland is $30. There we go.
It's $30.
Hello, Elena. Thanks for being here.
Wow. Yeah. Golly, they're just making a rat killing on parking, guys. The other thing that I wanted to mention, Epcot. Now, this is something that Dean the Turkey Legster spotted on his last trip to Epcot. They have redone their parking lot signage to characters in order to, help guests remember where they parked. While Dean
one note here on this real quick. Another thing that's really neat, as we're talking about parking lot characters, in the line queue for Indiana Jones. So mind you, the Indiana Jones ride stretched out, and Mike Wheeler mentioned this when we brought it up because we talked about how, absurdly long that line queue, like the line queue is. Like I think they said it's a quarter mile long. We talked about this, and Mikey had brought up that that extended into what was the parking lot whenever they had built that ride. In the line queue, there, if you look up high at one spot in the line queue, there's a little Eeyore picture. And apparently that's because it was the Eeyore lot.
Well, how cool is that?
Really neat. Not something that you would necessarily notice. He's tucked away up high, but you could definitely see it. I saw that's another thing that I saw somebody post a picture of recently. So really, really neat there. But I'll kick things back over to you for the Epcot parking lot character changes.
That is that is really, really.
Look behind the projector on the projection room.
Yeah,
and you'll see Eeyore up at the top.
Oh, well, how cool is that? I love how Disney does things like they give us those Easter eggs. They maintain. I'm sure that
Mr. Toad giving the deed to Al at the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Acknowledging the transition of that ride.
They'll do that too. There will be there will be some, some references to Brer
Easter eggs.
Rabbit and
Yeah.
Brer Bear in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But I wanted to show you this. Of course, they've been changing all that signage and what have you. But on his last trip to Epcot, guys, Dean ran across this. Can you
You want me to bring up Instagram?
This is a sign that Dean saw. This is a light up sign in Epcot. Look at this. See the top one? Oh my goodness. Does that mean that the trams are coming back? It says Earth tram this way, Earth lots, space lots. Yeah. So cool. So you've got Dory Crush, you've got your lots and your directions, but look, it says Earth tram. So, hey, maybe, guys, maybe that means the trams are coming back. I thought that was really interesting. I was excited about that. Yeah, there is a car locator feature in the Walt Disney World app too.
Yeah.
I used it the last time I was there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of, as far as news, that's some of the main stuff that I picked up on this week. I'm sure there was a lot more. There's always a ton. So, but those are some of the things that we wanted to mention, guys. And
also Walt Disney World cast members. Oh, am I still here? Am I back? Sorry, I was checking my text real quick. The Walt Disney World cast members have been seen wearing pins again recently.
Yes.
So that's exciting for pin traders.
It is exciting. It is really exciting. So that you can trade with cast members again. That is so wonderful. Let's see, guys. Am I frozen up? Is William frozen up?
I'm frozen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So sorry, I was double checking some details real quick because they're on my phone. So lightsabers came down at Disneyland from $249 to $219, and the droids came down from $119 to $99 again. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a mental thing. Like, with the droids, when they're at $99, I feel like you have a better chance of selling two to somebody. Whereas if they're, you're paying $120 a droid,
exactly,
then, it's like, I don't know about that, kids. Maybe buy one and share it instead of
too much
buying two. So, I was checking a couple things. So one thing to note here, I just, I text Mom, some Disney news there, here and there, in our text thread. The Tron lockers are going to be double-sided, and they will work with your park ticket and also with your Magic Band. And so anyway, I figure most people probably have Magic Bands at this point, but there are still some people that use, just the regular park ticket card. And so anyway, those Tron lockers are going to be double-sided. And so essentially you'll go scan your band, put your stuff in, close the door, and then as you exit the ride, you'll find your locker again, put your band up to it and get your stuff out and go. So, and they're complimentary also, which is a nice word to hear once again. Oh, Debbie. Debbie said, I would need a person locator for myself because I'll get lost just turning myself around and wouldn't know my location. It's pretty good.
Well, they do have the locator thing on the maps in the app, Debbie, so you can locate yourself.
So double-sided locker. So essentially, you would before you get on the ride, you'd walk up on and use your Magic Band or use your card, put it up to the reader, open up the door, put your stuff in, and then you just close the door. And then as you exit the ride, so imagine like there are two sides of the wall. So when you're entering on this side, you put it on one side, and so your stuff's in the locker here. You'd exit on this side, open the door on the other side of the locker and pull your stuff out. So I do wonder, about things like remembering which number your locker was.
Right.
I do wonder if they're going to have, like, surely they'll have something you can scan to be like, okay, you're at,
Right. Right.
something to check to be like, okay, you're
I would think
locker
so.
127 or whatever.
I would think so.
Surely they would have that. But Jillian says, I just read an article on the 100th McDonald's toys. Apparently they'll be more like games with a toy. Okay. So be on the lookout for the 100 celebration toys at
Thanks,
Disney
Stacy.
or at McDonald's. Sorry. Let's see. Monarch Moment says you can use Apple AirTag, and we can all help you find your own Apple products. No, that's funny. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Tina. So you go in on one side and leave on the other. Yeah. So I am glad that they're complimentary, because that was a big question a lot of people had. Like, if you're going to make us use the locker because of how you designed a ride, then help us out a little bit. Let's see, Mickey sightings. Mickey D. The toys are a poster in a game for Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. Cool.
Okay, I'm
Very
really
cool.
excited to. Wow, any ETA on those? How soon those should be in?
I saw somebody post a picture in one of the Disney fan groups I'm in on Facebook recently.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Stacy says, just as long as the McDonald's 100 toys are not 100 different characters, Ray can't eat that many hamburgers. Oh, funny.
Poor Ray.
Taking one for the team there, Ray.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Stacy, Ray would only have to eat 50, and you would have to eat the other 50.
Oh, my. By the way, here's something that we okay. Mikey says, I think they're going to be color coded. Let's see, and numbered in which batch you go through the ride on. Okay. See that there you go. It makes sense. One thing I wanted to acknowledge that I didn't feel like we had shine enough light on previously when we mentioned it. Tron is opening on April 4th, which is 404, which is one of those techie error numbers. And so anyway, I think it may have been originally lost on us, but yes, Tron is indeed opening on April 4th, 404.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How cool. Error code 404. I love it. I like it. Yeah. Somebody was thinking. I like it.
And we need to go back. So I guess I'll call you out on stream here. But do you still have everyone's predictions tucked away from the Tron ride opening?
I do, actually. I do. I need to bring those out.
Yeah,
I absolutely need to see.
Now that we have an official date,
I do. I've got them. Yeah. Well, let me make a note to myself. Remind me, William. Tron predictions.
Yeah.
See who got the closest.
Oh, let's see here.
Yeah, we did and we didn't. They kind of came out. They kind of hit us a little sooner than I was thinking. As after 4 years, you're kind of lulled into sleep. But several of you sent in your guesses for what date Tron would open. So I'm going to look back and see who was the closest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mikey said they're starting to roll out the 100th McDonald's Happy Meals this week. Oh, pardon my yawn.
Very cool.
Yes. Oh, yay. Well, we'll have to look for them here, Mike. We'll definitely. I'm excited to see them. Maybe I can. Maybe find some pictures on. They might even have some pictures on the McDonald's website. So we'll see. So lots going on. 100th. I have to make notes, guys. 100th Happy Meal. So I will look for those. The last time, I took the girls this weekend, and they still had Super Mario Brothers toys in there. Yeah. Nothing really I would go out to get like I did the 50th.
Okay. They're kind of blah to him.
Okay. Well, we'll have to look at them, Mike. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got. I think we're, that's pretty much it, guys. We just wanted to cover, a few things tonight, and, just end of January. Where does the time go? Where do the weeks go? We still have our trip. We have our trip to Walt Disney World coming up in June the 11th. So we are 131 days out, which, when you say 131 days, it sounds like a long time, but January's gone, guys. And we were just doing, the Happy New Year Hitchhiker chat. So, it's amazing. Were you pulling up something, William, to look at?
I was. So there was something I brought up. So from Walt Disney World News today, there's an article that says the top 10 characters chosen for Disney 100 cast member name tags revealed at Disneyland Resort. So much like at the Disney store, the Disneyland Resort is celebrating their 100th celebration with commemorative cast member name tags, which allow them to put their favorite character on the name tag instead of their hometown. And so they have, per the Orange County Register.
Hey, Jonathan.
Here are the top 10 characters selected by cast members. Do you want to try to guess any of the 10? See how many you get.
Okay, what are we guessing?
So cast members at Disneyland were allowed to select their favorite character to put on their name tags. Much like they have at the Disney store. Cast members at the Disney store do.
Okay.
So Disneyland cast members were allowed to select their favorite character. The cast members who did not choose a character were given Mickey Mouse by default. So, do you want to try and guess? And there are some characters from the MCU, or there's a character from the MCU, and there's a character from Star Wars. There's 2 characters from the MCU. So, do you want to try and guess who all made the list? The top 10 most popular.
Okay, I'm gonna say Iron Man.
Nope.
No. Okay, Captain America.
Nope.
And it's Marvel characters.
Marvel.
Okay.
All right. The next one is the giant. I mean, if you continue down the Marvel list, he's a layup. He's wildly popular. So you said Iron Man, you said Captain America. Who else is wildly popular in the MCU?
Well, Thor.
Jillian got it. Spider-Man.
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 There we go.
Spider-Man's number 3 on the list.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So
I'm going to say Stitch.
Who else? Stitch, number 1. Stitch is number 1.
Stitch.
So Stitch is number 1. Spider-Man's number 3. Who's number 2? Think Little Lady.
Stitch is number 1. Spider-Man's number 2.
As this is an iconic Disney character, think World of Disney.
Oh, Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. So we got Stitch at number 1. We have Tinkerbell at number 2. Spider-Man at number 3. Number 4. Do you just want to guess any of the others in the top 10? See if you can.
The top 10. Mickey Mouse.
Yep. Number 6 is Mickey.
Mickey Mouse was in the top 10. Minnie Mouse.
There's one. No. There's one more character in the Fab 5, but it's not Minnie.
Goofy.
Nope. Surprisingly not.
Really? Really? I thought it would be Donald Duck.
Yep. Donald Duck coming in at number 9. So all right.
Nice.
Starting off from the top. And let me drop this in the chat real quick in case anybody else wants to see this list.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, I did not see that. Let's see. So how many more do we need?
So you have, I think, 4 of the 10. There's one more MCU character, which to me is kind of surprising. Of course, she's
Strange.
She's gotten a lot of love recently, and so it's let's see here. Sorry, I'm dropping the link in the chat as soon as the page loads.
So what about Pluto?
No, Pluto didn't make the list.
Pluto did not make the list.
Surprisingly, yet another one I thought would have had a pretty good shot at making the list. Sorry, here, waiting for this chat to load. All right, so number 1, Stitch. Number 2, Tinkerbell.
Right.
Number 3, Spider-Man. Number 4, Ariel, Little Mermaid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Number 5. You could have. I would have gone through 100 other characters before I'd have got number 5, Wally.
Yeah.
I never top 10 characters chosen by cast members. Never would have guessed Wally. Never would have guessed.
I never would have either.
Especially not in front of Mickey Mouse, who apparently was the one selected for those that didn't give a favorite character.
Right.
Or didn't give it in time, I guess. Number 6, Mickey Mouse. Number 7, Belle, Beauty and the Beast. Number 8, Darth Vader. Number 9, Donald Duck.
Wow.
And number 10, Scarlet Witch. So how about that?
That is, that's interesting.
There's some surprise, choices on the list.
That is an interesting list. Yeah, that is really an interesting list. Yeah, it says Wally is very popular with younger people. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love Wally, but I would have gone through probably every other character on the list before I would have hit Wally. Nate.
Very very surprising list there. Let's see. Once the chat actually loads, I'll be able to drop the link in there. But pretty cool. So there were hundreds of characters reportedly available for cast members to choose from, ranging from deeper cuts like Mr. Prickly Pants from Toy Story 3, Ian Lightfoot from Onward, to The Mandalorian, and some of the other Disney Plus shows. Some cast members did report some names being unavailable, including some of the 7 Dwarfs. That would be really funny.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Somebody with Sleepy or Dopey on their. They probably would have thought somebody, if somebody picked Dopey, they might have. It's like, are they trying to be silly here? Are they being self-deprecating, or is this it really their favorite? Some of the Muppets weren't available in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, pretty neat, very surprising. Very surprising in the top 10 characters selected.
Well, and it would be so cool.
Yeah, really makes a great point. I can't believe there's not more villains. That's a good point.
Right. Well, the Darth Vader is the only villain.
Yeah.
Right. That made the top 10.
Yep.
Iconic villain, obviously, but it's interesting. Of course, I wonder if Olaf was probably on the list, right, Mike?
Oh, surely. I mean, it's wildly popular as Frozen is. If you can pick Mr. Prickly Pants, you should definitely be able to pick Olaf.
Oh, really? I'm sure he was on the list. But wouldn't that be so cool to just, as you're walking around Disneyland, and seeing cast members, to just, look and see, how many characters you could pick out. That's really cool.
Yeah.
seems like there should be some sort of a game for that. Maybe, like a scavenger hunt. You've got to
Cast member
find
scavenger hunt. Oh,
a
that's a great
cast
one.
member.
Stacy said I would have picked Jiminy Cricket. That's a great one.
That's a great choice,
Stacy.
Stacy. Yes. That
Stacy
is.
says, who would we have picked? Who would you pick, Mom?
Ooh. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I would have to say I'm probably picking either Goofy, Max Goof, or Jack Sparrow, probably. Which I have my Pirates hockey jersey on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. This is probably one of my favorite, pieces of, Disney apparel that I own. And thankfully found it on eBay and it's in great shape. Again, I think they sold these, mid to late 2000s, and this one's in pretty much new condition. I mean, it's really, really nice. And I'm super glad to have it. Who would you pick for your cast member name tag, Mom?
I wonder, Tina, I wonder if Ahsoka was a choice. I wonder if she was a choice. That's a tough one. It depends, in the Marvel universe, of course, we are Strange. We're Doctor Strange, number 86 and 87 here. But my favorite Avenger is Captain America. So in that, and as far as, it kind of depends.
Everybody in the chat, we got 21 people. StreamYard says, according to StreamYard, who would be on your cast member name tag? Welcome in, Kevin. Jillian says Pocahontas. Who would be on your cast member name tag? Let's see. Stacy said Jiminy Cricket. Jillian said Pocahontas. Tina says Pluto. That's a great one.
Wally, of course. Mark. Wally. Kevin says Wally too.
Oh, neat.
Okay.
We got some more submissions here.
Yeah.
Garrett says Jeff from Diz Our Dream. Oh gosh, that's pretty good.
Let's see. Sean said Mickey for him and Minnie for Susie. Very nice. Very nice. Debbie says Tinkerbell. Olaf, of course, for Mike Wheeler. Okay, Jonathan Chung, something obscure to be different. Who? Obscure. Who, Jonathan? What do you think?
Jonathan says Garrett doesn't get the pick. He gets Bing Bong. Who's your friend who likes to play?
That's right. That's
Bing
it.
Bong, Bing Bong. Anne says at the time Winnie the Pooh or Cinderella. Now Chippendale or Elsa. Those are great choices.
That's yep, they are.
I feel like it'd be really hard to pick between Chip or Dale. They're kind of
would Chip and Dale come together? I mean, would they come together, or would you have to choose one or the other? That's to be interesting. And again, a tough one, probably to not pick for you, William, would be the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I love Mando. It's super hard to narrow down.
Yeah, it really is. It really
is. If I'm shooting from the hip, I'd probably say Goofy or Max Goof. Just because I've always loved them. But yeah, I mean, more recent stuff, I could say Captain America, I could say Iron Man, I could say Mando. And so I wonder, plus, if you decide to pick Mando, does it say the Mandalorian or does it say Din Djarin? Because I feel like much more people know him as the Mandalorian than they do his actual, Din Djarin.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Stacy says none of the emotions from Inside Out would have been available to share.
Anger.
Joy.
Somebody picks anger.
Oh my goodness. I feel like they have joy or sadness because they're the main ones. That's funny. Yeah. Anger was so funny.
Let's
I
see.
don't know. It's gonna. I love Winnie the Pooh. I absolutely love Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that's would just be hard.
Yeah.
There are so many to choose from, and then you have Marvel, you have Star Wars, you
Oh
have
yeah.
Disney. It's so hard, really. Anger is your spirit character, right? Oh, right, Mark. Oh my
Let's
goodness.
see. Mikey says Olaf, of
Oh,
course. Debbie had said Tinkerbell. Trying to look through here. Oh, let's see. We had already said those. Kevin Theme Park Adventure. It said Wally. Mark had
could
said
be Sean.
Wally.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Catching up here. All right. But anyway, anything else you wanted to mention? You want to do
I
channel
can't
news real
think of
quick?
anything.
Yeah.
We might, thanks guys for being here. We
Yeah.
appreciate you so much for, for popping in and spending some time with us. It has been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for making the host and hostess laugh hysterically. We we absolutely love to laugh, and we love
Yeah.
you guys for popping in and spending some time with us. It's
Yeah.
just very, very sweet of you to do that. Thanks so
Oh yeah.
much. We appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Fun show.
Sean.
Our love to Joey of It's Joey's World, captains of our team replay. Check out It's Joey's World, the YouTube channel. He recently had surgery, is recovering nicely at home. That's great news. We'll continue to keep Joey in our prayers as well as Lead
Our
Disney.
prayers are with you guys.
Yeah.
Joey, we, hope you continue to feel better, and, we love you, and take care. Take care of
Yeah.
yourself, get better. You have many more Disney days. You
Oh
you
yeah.
have to go see Tinkerbell really soon. So,
Oh yeah.
be sure and get better.
Check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. Again, they did a lot of several great streams from Disneyland recently. Great way to highlight the start of the 100th celebration. They got that cool Mickey sipper in his 100 duds. But anyway, check them out. Wonderful family we're supporting. Lots of wonderful channels represented in the chat. So check out these other channels if you haven't already. Big shout out to our Ghost Host moderators, keeping the chat family friendly. We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for your hard work and for hanging out with us in the chat. Let's see here. Oh yeah, check out Mark and Irene, wonderful Walter as well. Check out theliveplace.com. Big shout out to Dean, who maintains that website. It's basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly streams and live live streams and channels. Check out Dean's YouTube channel, Dreamers Empire, and The Live Place. Let's see, TubeBuddy. If you are a YouTube creator wanting to grow your channel, check out TubeBuddy. It's a great tool for tracking trends, viewing trends, keywords for titles, tags, so on and so forth. Channel data that keeps your helps you grow your channel. Basic version's free. There's a paid version that's discounted if you have under 1,000 subs. Check it out. We've used it and found it beneficial. So if you use our link, we both get a free month. Speaking of free, Stickermule. If you want good quality, low cost promotional items, buttons, stickers, magnets, pins, so on and so forth, check out Stickermule.
Packing tape.
Use our link. We both get a $10 credit for a future order. It's a win-win. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. Yeah. Want to thank everybody for being here. Hey, there we go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you so
Mark
much.
and Irene.
Appreciate that.
So let's see here. Want to shout out to everybody for being here tonight. If you're in ghost mode, hanging out, just watching in the background, or if you're on Team Replay, we appreciate you. We salute you. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. We've had a lot of fun tonight talking Disney news and various other shenanigans such as the unicycle fashion show. And if you tuned in late, You just got to rewind because that's the only way I could. I'm not even going to hazard a hazard explanation for that. But Irene of Wonderful World of Walter had a upcycled fashion show talking about recycled fabrics being turned into clothes, and got auto corrected to unicycle fashion show. So anyway, good heavens,
and off we went down that rabbit hole.
Our car got off in a ditch and had to try and get that thing back on track. But oh goodness gracious! But thanks to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy, Jillian, Kylie, and other family members. BDF, Mandy Adams, Dean the Turkey Legster, Tina DCS, Francisco, Wonderful World of Walter's dad Mark, Mickey Sidings, Stacy Rogers, Mike Wheeler, Monorail Molly, Katie Mack, AJC Magic TV, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Sebastian the Crab, Jane in Travels, Wonderful World of Walter, Texas Takes, Monarch Moments, LSU Mom, Kadani Sean, Annie Coog 86, Jonathan Chung, Moo Manny and Nick, Debbie Burnfield, Angela DOD, of Diz Our Dream, So Cargo, Elena K808, and Kevin Theme Park Adventure. If I missed you, I apologize. Do the best I can to keep track of everybody joining the chat as you comment. But we just want to say thank you. We've had a lot of fun talking about Disney news. Got Tron to look forward to. Also, little quick mention here. Tomorrow, the Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, is on Disney Plus. So if you got Disney Plus, you're a big Marvel fan, pop some popcorn and watch that tomorrow night. But just wanted to throw that in there because just thought about it. I believe that's all we have. Mom, do you have anything you wanted to add?
I think so. Let me see if I can get this to play. As y'all well know, I played this earlier, but I'm not sure you could hear it. This is remember as you're riding the Mark Twain, or not the Mark Twain, excuse me, that's Disneyland, the Liberty Bell around, and you pass Splash Mountain, and it used to reference Splash Mountain. Well, this is some new audio. Let's see if I can play this for you guys. I'll let you hear this audio if I can get it to play. And this is kind of our sign off for this show. Let's see.
See that peak just beyond the outskirts of Frontierland? That's Splash Mountain, or at least it used to be. See that peak just beyond the outskirts of Frontierland? That's Splash Mountain, or at least it used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Could y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Could y'all hear it? Yeah. Or at least it used to be.
Mikey said he edited it to make this. Well, thanks, Mikey. I appreciate you passing that on to it. We I would assume that probably goes into almost there, or I think the train does. I don't know if the Liberty Bell does as well. But anyway, got the Tiana's Bayou Adventure to look forward to. And so hopefully they do a great job with it. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Garrett, come to Disneyland. You can ride it for a few months. Yeah, we still don't have a confirmed date for Disneyland. The closure of Splash Mountain. Rumors had floated around at about sometime in May, but we'll see. Nothing confirmed yet. But yeah, it was fun to be able to ride it with y'all through your live stream this past week. Garrett and Michelle and Hannah and Gabe.
Yeah, and I missed that part of the live stream, so I've got to go back and write it. Just a quick question, Garrett. I know we're close to signing off. We always do this. Are they identical? Is the Splash Mountain at Disneyland identical to the one at a walk-up lines on Splash? What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, Michelle had said it was freezing cold that morning. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and they didn't get too wet, I don't think, until the third one.
Yes. Let's see. Okay, so are they the same? Are they exactly the same?
Yeah. No, I don't think they are.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they are a bit different.
Okay. See, I didn't remember. I didn't. We wrote it, but
Yeah. So one of the differences is like Garrett says here, the vehicle's a 2-seater, so you can sit side by side. You have your ride photo. It's more like bobsled style, closer to like Space Mountain at
Gotcha.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, see, I do remember that now.
Mhm.
I don't know that I actually that we were in Disneyland, guys, in 2019, which was before we started the channel. Even though we did bump into the Resort TV
Yeah,
one while we
RTV
were
one. Yeah,
there. We did, but we had not started our own channel at that
yeah.
point. So I was not thinking, video clips and pictures and that kind of thing. We
Uh-huh.
did take a lot of pictures, but still,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely need to catch that. I'm going to go watch that on the
Mhm.
replay. Definitely, and see. I remember Disneyland.
Mikey says they have characters we don't, and some audio stuff. Differences there.
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, William, do we need to scrounge up the money for a trip to Disneyland?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm set to go in December. Lord willing, so we'll see. But
Before that puppy close, they may close it before December, though.
they probably will. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But,
Yeah, they may close it before we
yeah.
get back. So, gosh,
I don't know. It would
maybe
be. It would be difficult to top my my last ride with Garrett on Splash Mountain. Those the poor people on the boat in front of us. My goodness.
That is hilarious. Well, you guys have just for the record, and we're going to wrap it up here pretty quick if we can stop talking. On our channel, check out the last video that I posted was the next to the last actually ride that I took with our sweet friend Mike Wheeler and Russ from What in the World with Russ, and we all wrote it together. And it was so much fun. It's all on there. We laughed a lot, and it was just such a privilege to get to ride with you guys. So that is on the channel. You can watch that. And of course, I'm still working on the one, guys. Having trouble deciding what to put in the one where Kylie and I wrote it. Kylie did get to ride it. I'm so glad. So
Yeah.
But I'm struggling with that video a little bit. Sometimes videos don't come together like you want them to, and I'm really struggling with this one. So let's see. Mike said I'm waiting to get some footage I missed. So put in my splash video. So yeah, it's and I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I could talk with you about that, William, and help you. You can help me kind of decide how to edit that one because that was
Have a good night, Nick.
It was Kylie's one and only time to ride it. So yeah.
All right, everyone.
Good night, Nick.
Yeah. It's February for those of you on the in Eastern time zone. Yeah. Anyway, we'll go ahead and shut down the show for this week. Hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please hurry back. Bye, everybody. Have a great week, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for being here.
Have a great week. Have a zippity-doo-dah week.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.